Welcome to the 100 Podcast. I'm Dan, your mountain man, and today I'm giving you my first reactions to Season 5, Episode 1, Eden. If you didn't know, the 100 Podcast is usually an audio podcast for your ears, and that's available on podcast services around the globe as well as the 100podcast.com. But this season we're doing things a little bit differently. After each episode, Tuesday nights, I will be recording my first brief reactions here on youtube.com/doingok, getting it up that night, hopefully in time for the West Coast viewing. And then on Thursday nights, Olga and I will be releasing a full-length audio podcast in our usual platforms. That will be a recap, a review, will include your listener feedback, and should be a gay old time. So let's get into Eden. Just finished the episode, and I liked it. Unfortunately, it felt a little bit uneven. I really liked the opening stuff with Clark, and I was really hoping that it was going to be on a 100% Clark-centric episode, really defy expectations and just stay with her for the entire first episode, leave us waiting for all the other people. What we got of that was awesome, and it was very personal, and it was very character-focused, and it was slow-paced in the right way, and it was just a nice breath of fresh air for the show. And then we jumped way over once she met Maddie, and then it just started jumping all over the place. And it'd be one thing if the episode started that way to begin with, but to sort of swerve halfway through into being super fast-paced all over the place, checking with all these characters, having originally just been with her, it just felt very unbalanced. The pacing felt weird and I just don't think it was a very well-balanced episode. I do think that the opening stuff was fantastic. The set design, the acting from Eliza was so good. The writing, the CGI of the environment, and just how they explained what she was going through and everything, the items she picked up from everybody, all of that was amazing. I don't want to make it sound like I didn't like the back half of the episode. A lot of cool things did happen in the back half. It just felt like I felt some whiplash. And it'll be interesting watching it a second time as I prep for the podcast, the longer audio podcast, knowing that's coming. Maybe it will be a little bit easier to swallow. I did really like some of the stuff up in the arc. I think that the stuff with Monty and Harper was amazing. So glad both of them are getting more to do. Such a small but really nice emotional scene, and they're just really the couple to beat, I feel like, right now. Meanwhile, we have Raven learning to fight, which was great, and we have Murphy and Emori sort of at splits, and mostly importantly that Murphy is just totally off the wall, and he just feels useless and restless and depressed, it seems like. Not something I was expecting for the character, seeing as how stable he had become slowly. You know, still an anti-hero, but definitely more stable. I'm excited to see where this goes. It gives him a lot more to play with, and he's an amazing actor, so I'm excited to see what they do with that, and also just generally with him and Emori. As far as the big Beko reveal, I saw it coming, so did a bazillion other people, and so that kind of softened the blow. I have to say, it is undoubtedly silly and cliche and such a CW soap opera-y type of thing to do, to be like, oh, Clark and Bellamy are gonna be so together, and then, oh, they're separated for 6 years and now he's with this terrible person. But honestly, because I knew it was coming to a certain degree, I've made my peace with it. Tasya is a great actress. I think that scene with them was good. I think Bob had some nice lines here. There were some funny jokes about Octavia, which I enjoyed. You know, they have chemistry. What you gonna do? You know, as soon as we saw Echo back in the day in season 3, it seemed like she was being set up as a love interest, and she took an interesting turn getting to that point. But you know, I'm excited to dig deeper into this character, and they're definitely showing more sides to her. Setting up, making her more interesting by putting her in this relationship that seems doomed to fail. It does make it hard for me not to just go, oh, and then at the end of the season, Echo dies, and it's tragic, but then that clears the path for Clark and Bellamy. And I guess I don't really want that for the actress or the character. So I'm hoping I'm wrong. We'll see where it goes, but definitely not like a huge point for me. They're cute. We'll see what happens. Outside of that, what are the other big points that I'm forgetting? Oh, obviously we have the Legis people coming down. I did like the fact that we have the dropship come down, but there's still the big sort of mothership up in the sky that the Archers are gonna go get. I'm glad that they stayed away from showing the bunker stuff until next episode. That seems like it's going to be very bunker heavy, if not completely the bunker. So I'm excited for that, to get a different perspective of those 6 years. And as far as the Allegius stuff, I mean, I think the biggest thing, of course, was Clark pretty much straight up murdering this guy. And it's a very interesting move. It's certainly not a move that I'm on board with, but I'm also like, it feels like it's making a statement, certainly, which I'll dive into more in the Fuller podcast. I thought it was definitely an interesting move. I'm a little bit worried about the acting of Maddie. Kind of iffy of the older version. The kid version is actually pretty great. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. Let me know your thoughts in general. That's all for today, but if you guys want to check out the full-length podcast, all that stuff, it will be available in the description down below once it's all published on Thursday night. And if you want to be part of that podcast, there's a number of ways you can do that. You can leave a comment below. We'll read some of those comments, questions, all that stuff. You can also email us at the100pod@gmail.com or leave us a little contact thing at the100podcast.com. Also, Twitter is a thing, and it's awesome for you to use that. We can respond to tweets too at the100podcast on Twitter or at doingokvideo on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may we meet again.